Welcome back, everybody, to another episode here on the Edgewater, Saskatchewan map by South Sask Modding and BC Bueller Farms. Where we left off in the last episode, we were threshing some barley, and we wrapped that up and got the straw bales put up from the barley, and we got them up and stacked, put away out in the field, where we'll come back at a later time. I think a good price is later in the winter. Sell those, so we'll take care of that at a later date. I think we got, I don't know, a load and 3/4, a load and a half for that step deck, so we'll take care of that another time. Now we are on to threshing our canola. We got it all swathed here, and I've got another little field of canola to swath, so I may get some mighty fine footage of that too. But this is going around our spuds here, which we'll have to do another time as well. I screwed up when I was doing my course and setup for this field. I ended up swathing it all by hand, and then of course now that means I have to combine it without a course. And I was going to have a grain cart set up on horseplay, but it seems like the grain carts only want to work on courseplay if the combine is also on courseplay, at least that I could figure out. So then I tried using the auto drive, which reminds me, I'll close this up. I was using the auto drive grain cart function. It worked. It worked okay. I could not seem to get it to want to unload on the go. I even changed the setting. There was a setting in the auto drive settings for that, and it didn't seem to work for whatever reason. So luckily this canola, I mean, it's not like a huge yielding crop here, which, I mean, obviously we want it to be big yielding, but for the sake of grain carting, I don't really particularly need a grain cart constantly running back and forth. So I should have pretty good luck just setting a truck at one end and the grain cart on the other end, or one truck on one end and the straight truck on the other. So we'll get along just fine the way it is. But I think next time I'm gonna try to get it set up so that the combine will then be on course play, so I could either have the grain cart on course play as well, or I can manually run the grain cart myself, which I think I kind of prefer. I like having one thing set autonomously, and then I will do whatever the other task is. That's the way I like doing it. Then, you know, it gives me something to do. I know some guys, they'll just set everything up on course play. Let's just do it all on course play. Basically, they're just acting as the farm manager, you know, saying, hey, you go here and do this task, this guy go here, do this task, and so on and so forth. Which, that's one way to do it. Maybe eventually, if we get some more equipment, we'll be doing a little bit more of that, having different equipment running in different spots, which I don't think I have anything else going on that I need to be setting up on course play right now. I got all the harrowing done on the barley and wheat fields, I believe, so that's all good to go. And we are back. I just figured I'd dump that into the truck. It needs to be there anyways. We are going to place our cart and trucks into a couple of strategic positions so we can unload at the edge of the field as the combine gets full. This is what you do when you don't have any hired help around. That would suck, having to move all this equipment around. You'd have to walk back to the truck, move it out here, then walk back to the combine. Oh, good grief. Maybe you wouldn't do it quite like this. We should do that. Let's walk back to the combine. Heck with that. No, I'm quick tabbing. Heck with that noise. That combine's just loud. That's a big old loud straight piped. I was about to use a word I shouldn't use on my YouTube videos. Big old loud straight piped gal. Let's just call it that. Alright? Big old straight piped gal. Now Twitch, I probably wouldn't care what I said, but YouTube will show a little bit of restraint. At least let's get him facing the right way. This guy back. Of course, the combine's in the way, which is fine. And here we are. We'll get the combine, the truck. I was gonna say we're gonna turn it around, but actually we've got a nice driveway right into the farm up here that we just as well use. So I'll just leave this guy. I don't like it kind of curved like that. Let's straighten her out and back it up just a hair. I'm sure we got way more storage. I might not even dump into this thing again. We might just do it into the straight truck since we got stuff in there already. We'll see. We pretty much got all the end rows done. This is the last one on the opposite side of our spuds here. I got most of the first end rows taken off stream or off video. Guess we're not streaming right now, are we? I should do a stream though. It is currently Saturday. It's April Fool's Day. It is the 1st of April. And I should do a stream. I'm recording this in the morning, so we got a lot of day left. We'll see what happens. Starting a save game with the server guys on Midwest, a little edit on Midwest. Got all of the Edgewater crops and swathing stuff moved over to that, and I think there were a couple other things that were changed on it. So we'll be goofing around on there for a bit. I may do some videos on there. I think we're running just one big BTO farm. I thought about doing another smallish, medium-sized farm on there. I was like, nah, we've already got Edgewater for that. Let's not spoil the fun we're having on Edgewater with another save game setup like we've got going on here. We are running all case equipment on there, so that is something that's the same. But I don't think we have any of the same equipment at all. Maybe the same semi. That's about it. And even then, we classed those semis up way more than the basic factory looking one I've got here. Which eventually I'd like to add some aftermarket parts to that thing. I think I'd like to put a square bumper on it of some sort, whether it's the factory square or like a Texas square bumper, or maybe even a herd bumper on there. I'm not sure, but it needs a visor and some stacks too, I think. I don't know if I'll ever paint it. I do like that white. We'll see. Heck, maybe in the future it'll even get a good old frame stretch. Who knows? I doubt that. We'll probably never get that far on it, but just few cosmetic things here and there, just to keep it spicy and fun, as we like that. Coming up at the end here, we're 76% full. We're gonna dump her in the truck. No more screw-ups today. That's just a beautiful tractor. Look at that beaut. I need to put some more hours on that wheeled version we got. The old 9370. What do we think? Am I lined up all right here? Whoa. The wrong... it's wrong pedal there. For some reason I was hitting the clutch instead of the brake. I don't think that'll stop us all too well. Well, folks, we're coming up at the end of the field here. We got a fair bit off of here. That I think the straight truck's pretty near full. probably at least 85, 90. You've got the front hopper of the empty, pretty near full. Would have been nice to get them both plumb full. But I won't complain too much. We did have, yeah, we had one full load off here on that trailer already, so wasn't all too bad. I think next time we pick up, I don't know what we'll be doing. We might be swathing that field. We might be picking it. We might be windrowing some spuds. Who knows? We got the rest of our canola swathed, and we're gonna be picking it right now. We got the combine going on course play. I had the swather going on course play, so I was able to copy that course, so I can run the cart now. I've also got some potatoes started windrowing, so I'll be working on that a little bit. I don't picture too much coming off of this field, so didn't have to worry about the combine filling up too much. He already made one full round. He ain't even full yet. I just thought I'd get him empty and get back to our spud digging. Alright, good enough. Alright, so we've got the 8920 hooked up to our windrower right now, the digger and windrower. Excuse me. You can find these Spudnik equipment mods on Drosty Ag's Facebook page, originally made by, I believe it was Gilbertson, Justin Gilbertson. I'd have to double check that, but I think that's right. Anyways, you can download them now on Drosty's Facebook page, so go check that out. And yeah, this, I guess, I don't know if you'd call it a defoliator, but it's a windrower. I know some guys were using it to act as a defoliator, but this is more so what it's meant for. It discharges the potatoes on the one side. You can choose left or right side discharge. I chose left. And learned from Drosty. He does spuds IRL, and this is how they do it. You just discharge it into the middle 4 or so rows, and then you do it again coming back to the other side. You just leave 4 sitting there with the windrow in the middle, and that's how you use this equipment. Just a quick little tutorial for those that have been using this stuff. I know Drosty said he was seeing some folks that weren't quite using them right, and maybe you guys wanted to know the proper or real life way to do it. So this is it. Pretty nifty equipment. I think I set the speed on this thing too high. I know digging spuds, you're not gonna be going mock chicken. I was able to go up to pretty near 10 mile an hour, but I thought, you know, 6 is plenty fast. Probably should really be doing, I don't know, 4 or something. Again, I'm no expert, but this is just fine for now. And also, you got to be careful when you start it up and dig it into the ground. You're going to see the fill plane start filling up. Well, then you just hit Control I, and it starts discharging. And even if it empties you out all the way, you go start back again, and it'll just keep discharging. Unless you shut your machine off, then it will stop, I believe. I'll leave those on. But anyways, yeah, I got the 8920 dug back out. We took the loader off of it. I threw the duals back on and threw our globe back on it, since I had that stuff all taken off for just the regular feedlot, or I guess not feedlot, but the regular cattle farm activities. Normal hay stuff and cattle feeding. Anyways, we're gonna keep an eye on that combine. He's not filling up too fast, so I shouldn't have to do much carting. So we should be able to get a fair bit of these spuds relocated before we have to hop back in the cart. Man, these things, they just look nice with that, I don't know, that green globe up top of there. I know some people just hate that stuff, but I think it's cool. I like Green Star. After running it for a few years now, it's just easy. It's nice. I've used Trimble, and I've used just a little bit, like a not much time on was it Ag Leader. I think that's still what my dad is running, is Ag Leader. But no, I think Green Star is the one for me. I mostly just use it while hauling manure. A little bit in the spring, doing tillage. My boss, he loves doing the tillage, so I usually let him do that, and I'm still stuck doing the peon jobs back at the feedlot, you know, shop work and manure hauling and all that fun stuff. But I'm a big manure mafia guy, so usually just once tillage is done, throw the globe back on the spreading tractor, and away we go. Although I guess in the summer we don't do much, so it's mainly in the late fall, winter, early spring where we're actually doing the spreading. In the summer months we're typically stockpiling, so don't need much GPS for that. But no, it's nice. It's nice spreading that manure in a nice straight line. Obviously, you know, in corn rows you can follow the rows pretty good, and if for whatever reason I'm not running GPS, I try to do that as best I can. But our 8245R, that is equipped with Green Star, and we can throw the globe on there, no problem. We have older 8310 on our second spreader, and that thing isn't equipped with any GPS at all. And if I'm running it, I know it's a straight line. If my boss is running it, who knows how straight that line's going to be. It's a magnificent curve. So usually when he's running that, I'll be on the opposite side of the field with the other tractor, trying to keep it as straight as I can. Or I'll go back and kind of clean up between his curves as best I can. It's something of a give and take, I guess. He gives curves, and I take those curves and turn them into straight lines. It's tough, but it's honest work. Well, looks like our combine's moving along just fine. We've got some rain coming up, so gonna have to make sure we get all that canola done before then. And I tempted to set our speed back down, the time speed back down to 1 or something, but I don't know. I feel like just the way I have my save game set up, we're gonna keep it at 5. I don't want to be like cheating here. The only times I really want to set it back down is if I'm doing some testing or some trial and error or something, trying to figure out something on a mod or the game or whatever. So we'll keep her right there, but not getting a whole lot of yield off of that field, so I haven't had to go over and unload them too much. I'm not too worried about getting any rain on the spuds. I mean, if it's a big massive downpour, that would suck, but I don't know, a little shower shouldn't have hurt nothing. Should clean up the spuds I windrowed anyways. So that's just fine. I do like these red pieces of equipment. That 9380 over there is just, he's watching, just wanting to be ridden. I'm gonna go probably hop into that after this windrow, and we might go follow that combine around for a little bit. As much as I enjoy this windrowing, we should let's mix it up a little bit. Oh, there go the dogs. Alright, we're back in our 9380 here. Left her running, so we had some nice warm cabin here. I don't even know what the weather is right now in the game. Should check that. Yeah, it's a little chilly. Yeah, it's cooling down already. We'll let him grab these last few windrows. We'll get him unloading, and we can wrap up that spudding. And that, yeah, that 2388 just menacing. I think it would look so mean on some duals, but I think we'll leave the floaters on this guy, and if we upgrade and add a 2588 to the fleet, we'll throw that 2588 on some duals. What are you doing, feller? He's just goofing off. So he's gonna come back up this windrow, then down this windrow, and then back up this one. So we'll just as well go ahead and get into position. He should not be full by then at all. Thinking I'm gonna get one more cutting off of this grass, and then that's getting tore up. We're gonna throw some new seeding down somewhere. Where that may be, I don't know, but we'll find a spot for it. And again, I've only had 2 seasons on it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll go another third. It'd be nice to switch it up a little more, so either this year we'll tear it up or next year we'll tear it up. We'll see. And a nice field of grass. I think it's gonna need some lime, if anything. Oh yeah. Gonna throw some lime on there, I suppose. Nitrogen is just fine, so maybe I should tear it up. If we're throwing down lime anyways, it'd be nice to incorporate it. So maybe we will tear it up. Anytime I need to throw lime on is maybe when I should rip it up. So every 2 years, it's not terrible. I'd like to go longer, but I don't know. It's gonna be one of those things that I end up winging, like our corn, winging that. And now I don't think I'm gonna be doing any more corn after this year. We're just winging it. That's how we do it here at Highway 69, Landing Cattle. Last windrow, boys. Let's knock her out. Couldn't even fill the cart off of this, but wasn't a big field, so I guess it makes sense. Oh well. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Appreciate y'all tuning in and hanging out. Make sure to check out our previous videos in the series and keep an eye out for the next ones. And we are on Facebook, as well as our good friend South Sask Modding and BC Bueller Farms, and the nice maker of these case mods, case areas modding, and of course our rain cart was BC Bueller Farms. So once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys next time.